What's up, everyone? It's Kanan.
It's Jessie.
And we're the Geeky Saiyan couple, and we're here finally, with some RWBY news. Yay! Confetti and all that good stuff. Oh, okay, so like always, RWBY news comes when we don't expect it. It just drops out of nowhere, and yeah, it's some very exciting news. Some exciting news that literally lifted the RWBY fandom from down in the depths of Hades to up into the sunshine again. Like, everyone's hyped now. Everyone's RWBY was trending. It's a good day. We finally got some kind of news on Volume 10. Not a lot, but good enough to where we should be excited. I'll put it that way. Plus, some new content coming. It's all very, very exciting. I'm trying to get what I want to talk about. But, yeah, I'm excited. She's excited too. She's just weird. As always, if you enjoy our content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment. Let's talk about this. So, on the official RWBY Twitter, don't remember what time it was. I was at work, so I don't remember exactly what time it was. They had started a tweet off with, "It's time for RWBY to come home," with, of course, a red, white, black, and yellow hearts. And it was to pretty much announce this: that RWBY Volume 9 is finally coming to Rooster Teeth's website starting on March 30th, which is about a year when... It's not exactly when Volume 9 ended, but it's a year. The exclusivity thing with Crunchyroll is over. And so they're going to be able to put it on their site for free. And they're not doing it weekly. They're releasing the entire volume on that day. You do not have to be a first member to watch Volume 9. But, as you see here, with new exclusive bonus content. That bonus content you do have to be a first member to see. But before we continue with that, with the bonus content, we're going to talk about this news about Volume 10, because even though Carrie did not give us a lot, we could probably do a whole video just speculating on what he said. So, when the little video starts, he says, "Oh, I'm here to give you some RWBY news," but wait, it's not about Volume 10, but he does quickly say, "But that does not mean there's not been progress." Carrie says, "We're actively and currently talking with partners right now to bring it to life." First thing I noticed right away, he did not say, "We are looking for partners." We are talking with partners to bring it to life. So that right there alone already tells me that they have found partners who are wanting to help them animate Volume 10 and get it going, but they're more than likely still in the talks of getting a deal together. So really, that alone is amazing news.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't think we've not heard anything, and if it wasn't something, he wouldn't have said anything.
Yes. If there
he would have left it as, it's not Volume 10. He would have left it off if there was nothing there. So, yeah.
So I'm hoping that means that they're more closer to getting a deal finalized over Volume 10 just not happening. You know, I would think if there was, no chance of Volume 10 happening, we would have already heard something.
They wouldn't be pushing it. They wouldn't be saying things like that, the hashtag, anything being used. It wouldn't be happening if it wasn't happening. So,
now, of course, I thought they were waiting until after the Justice League and RWBY Part 2 movie was out. That way they could get the return on their investment on that, get the money from people buying that and viewing it and all that. But, and trying maybe to get WB to fund it, because let's admit it, the animation in those Justice League movies was pretty top notch, but that was with WB funding, not just Rooster Teeth. But after what we've learned recently about Warner Brothers and their management and leadership, yeah, I kind of want RWBY to stay away from that as much as they can. Now, we don't know who these partners are. We don't know what certain studios they might be talking to. But even though it's not a full confirmation, the fact that they finally decide to say something this early in the year, and I hadn't really said anything on Twitter or any videos, and I really hadn't said anything to you, but I was like, if we can at least hear something around January to maybe March, when the year is still early, that's kind of a good sign. And lo and behold, it's still February, and Carrie finally said something. Because they don't want to leave it in the dark too long. If they wait too long, it's really, people are going to start moving on. As much as a lot of people love RWBY, there's people that's just going to move on to other things. They're just going to assume it's not happening. There's a lot of people before this dropped that were just assuming Volume 10 was never happening. I'm never going to lose that hope until Carrie says something. Carrie is the only one who we should be listening to, who would have any kind of confirmation. If it's not from Carrie, don't believe what you see on the internet. Now, I know Barbara has said some stuff about them just not being able to afford making episodes anymore, which really you want to wonder where that money went. But Rooster Teeth has been having trouble recently and all that. So, if anything at least happens to Rooster Teeth, I would hope that RWBY would at least be picked up by a different studio so they could continue RWBY one day. But the fact that they, like I said, they're not looking for partners. They are actively and currently talking with partners. That tells me that more than likely, and I also don't think Carrie would have said anything if a deal wasn't close to being made. So hopefully, maybe sometime soon, maybe in the spring or in the summer when RTX is usually happening, because it's not happening this year, maybe we'll hear something. Maybe we'll at least hear a green light announcement. But to me, that's great news. That's way better than no news at all. I know they usually say no news is great news, but something needed to be said. Volume 9 wrapped up almost a year ago. And, we're about there. It ended late March, early April?
I think.
Yeah, because the Bumblebee episode was March 25th, so we're getting close to 1 year of Volume 9 being wrapped up. Now, let's also remember that they did say that even though Volume 10 had not been greenlit, they were already writing it. So it's at least in the writing stages. Now, you made a good point earlier today about them waiting until Volume 9 made it to the Rooster Teeth website.
Yeah, I know you said, waiting for the Justice League movie to be out and all that, but waiting for this to be free for everybody to keep, to watch, because not everyone has Crunchyroll, or not everyone kept Crunchyroll.
It might have had something to do with the Crunchyroll exclusivity deal as well. You never know.
But, the fact that it's going to be on there, Crunchyroll still has it, because everything else is on there, and having that deal, so when 10 comes out, I can guarantee we'll probably still see it there. Because, they're not going to...
They did say Crunchyroll was the future home of RWBY, so I'm guessing...
it's going to be there, but then... After airing, it's obviously going to be on the website without the rest. Because, it would kind of be weird for them to not have it after a while with all the other ones.
Also, I've seen a lot of people, begging Crunchyroll to greenlight Volume 10. Guys, I really don't think Crunchyroll has any say in...
Unless they're the partner?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, unless they're the partner, but, I know Crunchyroll has their own dubbing team, but I really don't think Crunchyroll has any say on if something gets made. They may have a say on if it will be on their platform, but I really don't think Crunchyroll is going to contact WB and say, hey, make RWBY Volume 10. I don't think they have any power in that unless they own a stake in it. But yeah, as far as I know, Crunchyroll has no say on if Volume 10 gets made. Um, so let's move on to this news because we don't want this to be an extremely long video. Like I said, we could probably bounce back and forth theories on this whole partnership thing and all that. Maybe if we have more info later, we'll talk more about it. But once again, guys, Volume 10 is actively, it looks like, being discussed. Like I said, I would like to think they might be closer to a deal being signed if Carrie wasn't going to say anything. Because when you make announcements like that, you're not doing it off the cuff like we usually do. You usually have a plan going into an announcement like this. You've usually got some knowledge of what's eventually coming before you say it. Now, of course, I think Carrie knew he couldn't do this announcement without at least mentioning Volume 10. So...
Well, yeah, but also he wouldn't have said something that wasn't... If there wasn't anything there...
If there was no chance...
Because we know, like, I know he has said stuff in the past, like, if it's not true, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, like other things...
Not those words exactly.
Well, it's also like ever since Volume 9 ended, he has said certain things... Like, we hope to bring you Volume 10 sooner rather than later. He's never given any indication that RWBY is in danger of ending. Like, if he knows anything bad, he's doing a good job of staying quiet about it.
But he wouldn't do anything to give us false hope.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like... If there was something bad, I don't think he would have said anything at all. Like,
yeah. And like on the future RWBY, it's okay to take what like what voice actors say and other members of RWBY say, but like I said, I would not lose any hope until Carrie says RWBY's no more. That would be really the nail to say, well, I guess we've just got to move on. But until Carrie says it, there's always hope. So let's look at this exclusive content. Now, I'm sure after some time you'll be able to watch this stuff if you're not a first member, but when this stuff launches, it will be first member exclusive. So first, we have RWBY Volume 9 Beyond, which is a storybook animation-styled anthology series which will tell the untold stories happening in RWBY during the events of Volume 9 and after the events of Volume 9. So this gives us a great chance to see characters we've not seen in a while. It could show us what Crow, Robin, and the Happy Huntresses, Winter, and everyone that survived the fall of Atlas, what happened after they were left to pretty much fend for themselves in Vacuo when they went through the portals. But we could see Team Sun, we could see Team Coffee, we could finally see what Theodore, the headmaster of Shade, looks like. Yeah, because we know, well, that's to come later with the epilogue.
No, I meant before that, we obviously know she showed up to tie.
Well, yeah.
So that part, because I don't know if we'll ever see that. We might see a glimpse like we did with the summer stuff. Yeah. But if we don't get to, I'd love to see it in that. So that way we have at least somewhat of what happened at that time before everything went the way it did.
But also Beyond, so maybe we'll get to see some stuff that happened after Team RWBY returns. Maybe we can finally see Sun reacting to Blake and Yang being together, so that argument can finally leave the fandom.
I don't think we're going to see that till 10.
Yeah. But this is kind of, in a way, a 9.5. In a way. Now, since it's going to be first members exclusive, I don't know if we'll be allowed to react to it. It depends if it's like how things used to be, where it's for first members for 1 week and then free to everybody else. It depends on how soon it becomes free, because there's been stuff like Neo Combini.
We only got 2 episodes up.
2 or 3, yeah.
1 never got released, so we were never able to put those up. So we didn't.
But they eventually released all the RWBY Chibi episodes from it on YouTube, which we still need to watch. There's a lot of them we haven't seen from that newer batch that they did. We need to react to those. So yes, this is like, it's going to be brand new content. And it's going to be storybook animated. It's going to be an anthology series. I always like anthology series. You know, it just means that, you know, they're kind of connected. They're going to have like a common theme maybe. But they're pretty much, it'll probably deal with different characters, but it's all part of one whole story.
To me, like the storybook, so it'll be kind of like the fairy tales.
In a way, yeah.
So it was like an obviously animated storybook. So that's exactly what that was. So it's probably going to be in the same style.
Yeah. Hopefully they're a little bit longer than the fairy tale episodes.
I'm pretty sure they probably should be, because the fairy tale ones, unless they really wanted to drag them out, there wasn't a way to make those much longer.
They were told in fairy tale style. So this will hopefully be more like, I don't think they're going to be like your standard RWBY episode length, but maybe, hopefully at least a little bit longer than the fairy tales. And then cast and crew commentary series. This is going to be a different commentary than the one that is on the Volume 9 Blu-ray. It says, join the cast and crew of RWBY as we take a look back on the volume 1 year later. So this is going to be a retrospective, discussing our favorite moments, fan reactions, and answer questions from our first members. So, of course, you all know the episode we want to see the most out of this. Fan reactions, who knows, maybe we'll get shown, because that's still, to this day, our most viewed RWBY reaction. I doubt it. I think we're still probably too small to be included. But it'd be nice. But yeah, that I'm very interested in seeing. So I don't know if this means they will be like, you'll watch the episode on their first site and you can turn this on. Or if it'll be like its own separate thing.
If it's for first members, then I'm guessing it might be its separate thing. So maybe you'll hear them, or you'll see it playing here and them talking, and so
yeah,
that's the only thing I could think of. Like, or it's like a 2-screen thing.
It says commentary, so they won't be seen on screen.
Okay.
It won't be like a reaction. It'll be just like if you turn a commentary on your movie and you want to hear like behind the scenes stuff.
Then it's probably going to be its own video with the commentary. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, it'll either be that, or you can toggle it on when the episodes go up. Like, this was just announced today, so there's still some stuff that we don't know. Now, moving on. This is the biggie. RWBY Volume 9 Epilogue Animatic Extended. So this is what they showed at RTX, the official Volume 9 Epilogue Animatic, which, if they still decide to use it, it's technically Volume 10, Chapter 1. Like, this could literally be the beginning of Volume 10. It's finally available for the public. This version is extended, so even if you saw it at RTX last year, there'll be something new for you to enjoy. It's kind of funny how they say it's finally available for the public when it's been on YouTube since it showed.
The sketch?
Yeah. The one that showed that Raven's the one that found Team RWBY. It's going to be that, but this is going to be an extended version. It's going to have
still
more.
Sketched, not animated?
Probably not. No, it says animatic, so it's going to be the same thing. This one, like, we didn't get to react to when the first one was shown because it was still unofficially released. Like, Rooster Teeth didn't release it themselves. Other people did. And I know a lot of bigger YouTubers reacted to it, but we just didn't feel right on reacting to that. So we've already seen it, but this version, since it's going to be released to the public, we're probably going to react to it and give our thoughts on it. Plus, this is an extended version. It's going to have stuff no one else has seen. So that's exciting.
I do hope that when we do get 10, that they do actually fully animate that and add it as it's like a
that's like I said
thing.
Well, that's like I said, this was supposed to be the end of Volume 9. Like, instead of them coming out of the portal and seeing Shade and all that and ending, that was what was supposed to be the true ending of Volume 9. It was supposed to, I guess, happen after the credits because it was an epilogue. But now people are wondering if they're going to turn that fully animated and turn it into the first episode of Volume 10. Because to me, you kind of have to have it, because it shows RWBY and them arriving in Shade where everyone thinks they're dead.
Yeah.
So,
just for me, in that case, just make chapter 1 a little longer to have that. Like, that
Well,
way, because we've seen it, like...
I'm sure it will be.
Because, I mean, all the episodes have gotten decently longer. But, I mean, like, I feel like that would be more of an extended, because then you...
Well, yeah, because the one that we've seen, it's not that long. It's not full episode length. We don't know how long this extended version is. I'm sure they would have stuff to add to it, because I don't really think they're going to show us what could be potentially the very first episode of Volume 10, like just in animatic form. I doubt they're going to just show us everything.
Yeah.
They're probably giving us a little bit of extended stuff to whet our appetites a little bit. Because they know the RWBY knows the RWBY fandom. They know people are going to react to it, and people are going to dissect it again, especially the new stuff. And then finally, we have RWBY the Grimm campaign returning. This is a RWBY D&D style adventure taking place in the RWBY universe. It's back for another campaign with special guest and Ruby Rose voice actor Lindsay Jones joining in the fun. So Lindsay is going to be a part of this campaign, and pretty much it's really what it says. It's a D&D campaign, but using RWBY. I've not really watched it because I literally know nothing about D&D. We're
trying to correct that.
Yeah, we're starting to learn how to play it because our friend Brittany wants to learn how to play it. So
she knows how to play it.
Oh, okay. Well, so we're using that opportunity to try and learn how to play D&D. But so yeah, if you ask me, that is a good bit of new content. So, once again, on March 30th, 2024, RWBY Volume 9 will finally be available for everyone to watch, meaning you can watch it for free. You do not have to be a first member to watch it. But if you are a first member, you'll get RWBY Volume 9 Beyond, which is kind of a middle, like it's a middle thing that could be possibly watched between Volume 9, Volume 10. New cast and crew commentary that is retrospectives after a year has passed after Volume 9. Hopefully for Chapter 6, they've got Aaron and Barbara hopefully available to... I would love to hear... Like, I know they did the Always Open episode, but I would love to hear just another commentary by them. Then, of course... the animatic that was shown at RTX is going to finally be released to the public, but it's going to be extended, so we're going to have some new content there, and a new campaign for the D&D style adventure, the Grimm campaign. So, yeah, that is all we've got so far. So like I said, even though it was not a huge amount of info for Volume 10, like it wasn't the green light announcement, it was still good news. And now we've also got some new content coming very soon to sate us until we finally get some more information. So I'm excited. I'm happy what was announced today.
I mean, yeah, I'm not jumping around, but yes, I'm happy. It's just I want it to come already, but we've got the time.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Very quick video. Less than 30 minutes is kind of what I wanted this video to be. Didn't want to bore you guys with just endless stuff that we don't know yet. But once more info is released, we'll try and plan, and hopefully we'll know if we can react to some of this stuff. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. As always, guys, this is Kanan.
This is Jessie.
We love you all very, very much. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Please remember to like the video. That helps a whole lot. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.